I'm heading out to Napopo. We're having an invasive fish tournament, going after Roy, Ta'ape, Tawao. It's gonna be a good time cleaning up the reef, so stay tuned. Thank you. So today we are diving in Kealakekua Bay. So this bay is normally protected, no diving allowed, but today for this invasive tournament we got special permission to dive, so it's gonna be pretty sick. So I donated a bunch of prizes for the tournament today. We got fanny packs, hats, microfiber towels, backpacks, framed gyotaku prints. It's all for a good cause. Whew, beautiful, beautiful down here. Kealakekua Bay. I believe there's no tour boats coming in until 1 p.m. when we're finished diving for safety. So we are allowed to use spears today. Rare chance to dive a beautiful spot. We're gonna run in teams of 2 today for safety. 1 diver up, 1 diver down. And each team has a kayak. So we're free to use the kayaks to go anywhere in this bay. I've snorkeled here before and there's a lot of roy, a lot of big invasives here, so it's a good chance to help clean up. Non-native removal. Look at these roy, Ta'ape, wow, but mostly this. Public enemy number 1.
That's the one!
Hey, we're here today with the man, the myth, the legend, Kaua. Kaua.
Yeah, they'll swim right up there.
So what I want to talk about here is the number one thing today. Safety. Now, a lot of you boys know this water, some of you are not so familiar. We have a map up there that shows where the boundary line is, and the red is the hard structure that is where you'll find your fish, because that's where they're living. In these quieter zones, there's not so much habitat there. We're going to be watching you guys. We have 3, 4 safety boats out there, and we're going to be coming around you. We might come up and ask, hey, what's your number? So we can kind of keep track of where you're fishing from.
Okay, Kealakekua. Kealakekua Manaloa, we just thank you for this gathering, and thank you for bringing us here safely and also travel with us safely back.
Alright, we're getting there. We're almost there. Paddling on glass. We made it. Water's super clear. Alright, so this is my very first time competing in this kind of invasive species tournament. But it was a lot of fun not having to worry about looking for other fish. We're just going for those 3 species and trying our best to eradicate them. So I take my 3-prong and I find this big fat roy cruising in this coral head. And he gives me a perfect shot right from the top. And I just blow it. Oh my god. There's a lot of divers though, so I hope one of them got this guy. So eventually, put my 3-prong away, pull out my gun, get a little more range. And today I'm running an aim right 110. Here's a nice roy sleeping on a coral head. It's the best kind of target, one that doesn't move. Danga. Good night. So I throw this guy on the kayak, and just like that, we're on the board, baby. First roy of the day. It was amazing how many roy there were in this area. There's so many. I would say every other coral head has at least one or two. Now this guy ripped off, but hopefully I mortally wounded him enough to die. Either get eaten by a shark or a puhi or anything. As long as they die, that's all that matters in this tournament. So for anyone who's wondering why we're just exterminating the roy, these fish were brought to Hawaii in the 1950s to boost local declining fish stock. So over time, we realized that roy is a known carrier of Ciguatera toxin. So basically, Ciguatera starts in algae. A lot of reef fish eat algae, and roy eat a lot of reef fish. So eventually, the level of Cig gets so high in the fish that if humans eat it, you can get very sick. I've known a bunch of people who got sick from Ciguatera, and they said it is not fun. You can be sick for weeks to months, temperature reversal, nausea, headaches, vertigo, all kinds of good stuff. Studies show that on the Kona coast, in a 3 square mile area, roy can eat 99 tons of reef fish per year. That's the equivalent of 8.2 million fish. That's insane. And these fish are eating the desirable fish like mempachi, moanakali, goatfish, all that good stuff that we like eating. They're eating all the good fish, and the fish itself is not edible. So that's why we're eradicating them. I honestly think they're pretty nice looking fish. They have nice colors, sick patterns. I think they're really cool looking. So I was stoked to shoot this big boy. Definitely my personal best. Check it out. Oh, it's the biggest roy I ever shot. Monster. I think we're gonna pick up and go look for a new spot. Maybe go more a little bit down the poly. See if there's any more roy down there. Scout some new spot. And this side of the poly, the water is a lot more dirty. So they said that there's goats that actually live on the cliff. So when they move around or when they feed, they roll rocks down the side of the cliff and the sediment ends up in the water. So for today we're hunting roy, but maybe the next time we're gonna go for the goats. So with this fish right here, I believe my roy count is at 6, which I think is pretty good. There's some guys in the tournament shot like 15 to 25 or 30 per person, which is awesome. But if I can make just a little bit of impact, I'm more than stoked. And it's also a good time to practice your accuracy and get your gun sighted in. Saw a lot of nice fish during this dive, like mu, moanakali, munu, all of them super tame. But it felt nice to just look past them, let them go, and clean up the reef instead. So with this big fat roy, I think this is our last one of the day. So we got 8 total. Pretty good. I was expecting to shoot one over here. Got some fatties. This one though. This is one of the bigger ones I seen today. I had shots at a couple more around this size, maybe a little bit bigger, but forgot my glasses at home. Miss. One macoon. It's my biggest ride by far. Bro, look at this. Look at all those teeth. Look how wide the mouth is. I'll make him look big, huh? What's up? What's up, baby?
Yeah, take your yellow strap.
Yes, so boys. Daddy's
Still kicking.
still kicking. 4, 5, and the little guy.
That's a nice one.
Yeah. Me.
Now I gotta put him back. We get the smallest one award.
And then mark where you caught, either circle or put X's, and then
You hit chair.
This is in their order. You can get those back. Those are not right.
Oh, I've never seen so much ciguatera in one place.
And Andrew.
wait, still 5?
Still five. Yeah.
Yeah, we got free bento and a free drink. Pretty sick. Pretty sick. The Kealakekua project.
These ones are different types of fish, but short answer, yes. You can use any of the different types of fish skin leather, but in theory you can make, you know, jewelry, wallet, whatever.
That's so cool.
Yep.
Topic cookbook.
I think that's by
Teaches you how to cook some invasive fish.
Yeah. I'm so sad when I get mapo tofu
So
and just
cool.
like the mala.
All the prizes for the winners. Spears, spear guns, merchandise, all kinds of stuff.
Calvin Nye wins. 181 points. That was team number 1. With Kalani and Jason.
Oh yeah. Kalani.
Lauren and Julia, number 8. And everybody gets a mask. Each team gets a mask. Those were donated by the Durango Foundation.
Alright guys, welcome back to the studio. So today I got something super special planned. I'm going to create the longest gyotaku impression in the world. Check it out. This paper is 36 inches, 3 feet by 300 inches, 25 feet. Because I'm slowly gonna keep adding fish to it until we're all filled up. All 25 feet of this paper is gonna be filled with fish found all around Hawaii. Alright guys, so these are many of the fish you will either be encountering or targeting when fishing or diving or snorkeling in Hawaii. And this is not all inclusive, but this is a lot of the major species you'll see on the reef here. So this giant gyotaku print, it's been a long time dream of mine. So it feels nice to finally get started on it. This roy I chose to print was like the perfect size. It wasn't too big, wasn't really beaten up. Perfect printing specimen. I like to showcase fish that aren't always thought of as beautiful, and Roy is a perfect example of that. They're often demonized because of how harmful they are to our reef, which is true, but I think they're beautiful fish. So I already got started on this giant gyotaku. I got a super nice kagami, printed that one first. So this Roy is going to be the second fish on this giant print. And for anyone who's new to gyotaku, it is a Japanese fish printing art form. You use a real fish to create one-of-a-kind works of art, and this is my full-time job. To me, honestly, gyotaku is more than just paint and paper. It's helping to solidify these memories of a perfect day of fishing, good time spent with great friends. All these beautiful cherished memories are all encapsulated inside of a gyotaku print. And I'm stoked for this giant gyotaku print because every single fish on here tells a different story. So in this first step, the initial print, you're capturing the scales, detail, and shape of the fish. But I like color. I think the color really helps the gyotaku come back to life. Check it out. I had a lot of fun competing in my first Roy roundup, met a lot of great people. It was so nice to see the community come together for a good cause. Thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and we'll see you guys on the next episode.